Before we get on to the predictions, let's just take a quick look at the two captains. You could not get more different than these two gentlemen. Tom Watson, the gilded, the decorated Tom Watson, a 5-time winner of the Open Championship, an 8-time major champion, and a last captain of the successful away side winning American team in 1993. Maybe that's an omen, JP, but he's been brought back into the fold. You could argue that perhaps he's lost touch with a lot of these players. Paul McGinley, a much more modest playing record on the European Tour, but a real team player, someone who's been integral as a vice captain at the Ryder Cup and someone who really has the respect of the players. So how do you see that matchup between the captains stacking up?
Well, I think if I was to play for Tom Watson, he'd be an absolute inspiration. You look at the things that he has done in the game, the things that he's achieved in the game, the fact that he's still almost won an Open Championship, 6 years ago at age 59. And I was there this year at Royal Liverpool, and he made the cut again against a load of kids that were probably hitting the ball 30 or 40 yards past him. So I think these young players will have the utmost respect for their captain in Tom Watson, and I'm sure he'll do a fantastic job in motivating them and making the right decisions. I know Paul McGinley quite well. I played a lot of golf in amateur days with Michael, and I know his family very well. And in Paul, you have an extremely passionate person who loves the thrill of competing. He loves the thrill of Ryder Cup golf, and he will leave no stone unturned in his due diligence in making the right decisions and surrounding himself with people who he feels can help him in his captaincy. So two very well-heeled captains that I guess are pretty much neck and neck.
Great stuff. Well, it's time to stick our necks out and make some predictions on this Ryder Cup, the sequel to that miracle at Medina, that European comeback. Such a tight day that was, and always with the Ryder Cup we can expect very close battles. But who's your money on?
Well, I think that the European side will win the Ryder Cup. I think they'll win the Ryder Cup by 2 to 3 clear points. The only thing I worry about is how many of these European players have played a tremendous amount of golf, especially Rory McIlroy, Stephen Gallagher. They've played a tremendous amount of high-pressure golf all the way into the lead into the Ryder Cup. So fatigue worries me a little bit as a European patriot, but I put Europe a little bit ahead of America this year.
Well, you've just snuck in front of me, JP, and gone with Europe. I'm going to have to now pick America, but I'll tell you why I think America might do it. 7 out of 9 of the last Ryder Cups have gone to Europe, and I think it's time the tables turn slightly. We haven't seen a US success since Valhalla, the last time that Tiger Woods was absent from the team, and I just think this time maybe as underdogs, inspired by the captaincy of Tom Watson, and inspired also by that injection of youth in the shape of Jordan Spieth and Ricky Fowler and Keegan Bradley, they might bring the best out of the likes of Phil Mickelson and Jim Furyk. So I'm going to go for an upset. I'm going to go for an American win, but it's going to be very, very close. It's going to be 14.5, 13.5 to the USA. So that's our Ryder Cup preview from Golf Digest Middle East. We hope you enjoy what is bound to be a thrilling 3 days of golf at glorious Gleneagles.